Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm back. Um, Actually, this will be one of my first reviews on an episode ever done. Like, I know y'all have heard my closed theory. I know y'all have heard some of my other like different rants about other people's reviews. But this will be my first review. I'm doing a review today on Icarus, which is the last Smallville episode of the first half of the series. Um, what's going to happen next, I have no clue. Um, I'm still very enthused, but I'm going to go ahead and start into the review so I don't make this so long. The first episode starts off as Clark and it has Lois. And of course, everybody knew that a proposal was a big factor in this episode. More so, actually, than Carter's death, which was already known. I don't like that fact, but that's what can you do? But it starts off, and Clark does this very romantic thing. He's got the rose petals coming down, shooting down, and meets Lois halfway. Very blunt and very forward in the way he says, Lois, like, I want to marry you. And Lois, like, unfearful, goes up straight said, yes. And it's very nice. It's very good. At the same time, I got a lot that I could say about that, but I'm gonna keep going with the review. Um, Towards the next part, everybody throws a surprise birthday party or surprise anniversary, whatever you want to call it, whatever they're doing, their proposal, whatever. And it goes really well, but then Oliver goes out into the street, and all of a sudden, there's a riot going out, and they start attacking him. Now, how? I have no idea how, but like Oliver got stuck in the face, and he got jumped. Luckily, Carter Hall comes out. He's like, no, and then they all get like basically pushed to their limits, and they could easily have started like attacking the people, and luckily the darkness didn't succumb to them. But um, then what happens after that is they're on the run. Eventually, they had to shut down Watchtower, and everything is kind of falling in, and it's going bad really quickly. I find it very ironic in the sense that Clark first proposes, and now everybody he loves and care about is being put in jeopardy. And then fast forward a little bit, find out Slade is actually taking people that Clark knows, that are allied with, whether it be Hamilton, whether it be Lois, whether it be Cat Grant, um, and they start like literally interrogating them. Of course, they wouldn't be able to get through to Lois or Tess. Hamilton, he actually held his own. He was like, I'm not doing anything. I'm helping people, and it was very interesting, just like seeing the loyalties there. But what happens is Cat actually rats him out, and luckily Lois finds a way to escape him, but Cat finds out she's trying to escape. Lois is like, look, to be very honest with you, the blur has saved your life on every occasion, and he's saving other people's lives. Like, you're so mixed up in what you think is right, like you're so wrong. And it's just interesting dynamic. She got a real revelation there, and she ended up helping Lois out. But of course, Lois ends up getting captured anyway, by Slade. Um, at the same time, what's going on? Clark is trying to get everybody else out, but he's like, "Oh crap! Like Lois, the people of the planet, what's going on?" And so it's just after that point, Lois goes and tries to find information about what's going on. Slade gets her, and he beats her down pretty bad. Like he slapped her, and she couldn't do anything. She was very scared actually, in the look in her eyes. But what happens is she knocks most out of the head, and he just keeps charging at her, and she doesn't know what to do. Luckily, Hawkman came in and he intervened, but Hawkman got unfortunately shanked in the back and like technically blown up. Like, but what happened was he shielded Lois from the blast, from the fire, with his wings, and she got propelled out of the whole building, falls down. Like I'm thinking, okay, Clark's gonna save her. No, Carter comes down flying, wings buzzing with fire, saves her. It was so awesome. To me, that was one of the more pitiful moments in this episode. Like everything else, it was kind of like going. I mean, it was an exciting episode, but it was like the whole build up behind it was only the proposal, which was not cool to me because to me, with the build up proposal, with great like build up comes great fall. If you build something up like all this season, no honesty, what's been built up the most is like Clark and Lois's relationship. I've talked to different reviewers, um, Naman Ford, CK 619, different people, and they all come to the conclusion that that's the epicenter of this season. Like, is their relationship. I think that, of course, it should be solidified. I've said that in my theory. I think that yes, Lois and Clark is very pivotal in the mythology. It's gonna happen. Does it have to happen right now before the series ends? It boosts ratings? No, it doesn't. Like too much of a good thing can be very bad, and I think that's what's happening now. Like I feel like a lot of the people that have so much faith in the show and love the show so much, they're losing touch with it because they're just getting sick of being fed so much of this like ideal that Clark has to be complete with Lois before he can be Superman. Which in all turn, that's totally not even the case. Like if you go based off the comic books, like he was Superman long before they even got that kind of connection. But I mean, that's beside the point. Like me personally, with the mythology of the actual show, I felt like eventually, yeah, Clark had to get some kind of way of like falling in love with her and like solidifying a relationship with her. Would he be able to have that right then and there? No. Mm-mm. I knew from the beginning that he'd have to go through trials. He'd have to go through struggles. That's what Smallville's about. It's like him getting presented with all these humanity, well, not humanity, but well, us as humans, we go through life and we have good things that happen to us. He's an alien. He has a higher calling, a higher destiny, even though he exhibits the biggest heart and the greatest destiny. Like he cannot come down to our level and just have happiness like that. It's not gonna work. It has to be a balance. Like even Carter said, like when I way I took way Carter said it when he was dying, he was like, "I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad that like Lois is safe. I have something for her. Here she is." And he was like, "Hold on to her, Clark, because if you don't, like something is not gonna be right with you." Meaning, he also said that it has to be a balance, and yeah, it does. Like he, of course, he does need Lois. He needs a level to keep his humanity there, but at the same time, he has to remind him what he's fighting for. Like he cannot keep drawing her in like this. Like I really feel like with her being so embedded with the Justice League, with knowing so much with Watchtower, like this is dangerous. Like this is beyond. I mean, I know why Clark is doing it now because he feels like this is the person that can understand him, to get him, that can work with him all the way through, and that's good. But at the same time, why would you put her in jeopardy like that? Like it's not a co-balance. It's him having what he wants, yes, but it's setting it up for a terrible fall. And I'm kind of scared for Clark. I really don't know what's gonna happen. Um, the way they got it built up, if they got their relationship flourishing in a very fast rate, and to the point, well, okay, when they gonna have this wedding? But okay, I'm gonna go with a whole nother theory here. This um, registration act or whatever is going on, where the heroes have to open up with people already attacking them and the darkness consuming everybody. Like, do you honestly think, everybody out there, who's ever listening to this right now, do you think that this can continue? Or do you not think that something is going to have to shift this all and something's got to be rewritten? What I mean by that is, I know you've seen different episodes like where Clark has to go and go back into the future or rewrite sometime or something he's messed up. He has to go right back and do. With this, I really feel like something has got to give. Like the heroes, they're being exposed too much. Um, Risk are taking way too much. Like, yeah, I just don't feel like this is gonna work out for anybody at this point because I mean, especially Clark and Lois because Clark is supposed to be the leader here, and he has everything to lose now. He has to lose a wife. He has to lose a destiny. He has to lose friends. Like it was enough before with him just trying to figure out who and what he is. Now he's got an understanding who he's supposed to be, but he's not even Superman yet. He hasn't even solidified a name for himself, and he's struggling with the darkness within himself. And now he has to worry about Lois. Like, and everybody is attacking the heroes. Like, that's just not how the mythology is supposed to be. So that means that something has to break. Even if Clark say he like beats Darkseid or beats the darkness, what happens to the heroes? Like their identity is just exposed forever. Um, Something's gonna have to be overturned, and that's why I go back to the same theory with Lois. Like it all goes all together. Like it's got to be a balance, and it hasn't been reached yet. I don't know how it's gonna be that way. And I don't know how Clark's gonna get that balance, but he's gonna have to find a way. Because if he doesn't, like everybody he knows is being put in jeopardy, and they already are. He's willing to take that chance because he knows his destiny is important. But at the same time, what if Lois had died this episode? What would have happened? What would he have done? How could he have lived with himself? Would he have been Superman? Probably not. He probably would have took vengeance and let the darkness consume him. So I don't know. But all in all, I mean, I give the actual episode at least a 3 out of 5 because it was a decent episode. I just don't like the fact that even at the end where it was the funeral, um, I kind of agree with other people in the reviews just saying like why that shit was Lois there, like it was just asking for something to happen. But sure enough, like in the episode, like everybody got knocked out. What that is, I have no idea. But I can't wait for the next episode. It's gonna be interesting. I really stress to everybody not to give up on the series because with the way the Clovis thing is being done, the way Lex is not being handled, with the way the Darkseid is being totally skewed. Darkseid is a force to be reckoned with. Like he is a formidable opponent of Superman, and he's not even in a body yet. Like he doesn't even have a own body for himself, and it's like, where is the development here? Like only development I'm seeing is with Clovis, and that's concerning people. Um, Definitely keep voicing your views, keep voicing your opinions, because I mean, regardless of CW or the producers or whatnot, like your voice does matter. Like they're not just gonna keep making stuff like that if they want to keep this fan base and keep DVD sales going. Like we as fans have been changed by this show in the past 10 years. I was in like high school when this show came out. I followed every single episode, looked at almost different people's views all the time, and I love looking at them because I love hearing reviews and opinions about it. But the opinions lately have just been terrible, and like I'm sad for the show, but at the same time I'm like we have to continue fighting for the show. We have to continue voicing our opinions. Um, I don't know. I was thinking about raising a petition to say something to the reviewers. I don't know. But all in all, I give the review for this Icarus 3 out of 5. I'm gonna start making more reviews. Um, but yeah, y'all, I don't know what to say else because I'm just worried for the whole show, and I don't know. Like I heard a theory a long time ago about somebody saying Metropolis. They making that into a show or like a end movie. Now, with the way they're building up this whole closed thing, like if they solidified it with a 2 hour long, 2 hour and a half long actual Smallville movie called Metropolis, that would be sick because it's very doable. It can end on a good note. It can end it with good graphics. They could bring Michael Rosenbaum back, and I don't know. The